Well, guys, the Desperate for Ratings tour. We're live at the Columbia Museum of Art here. Miss Carrie, we're in the education department. We're building, actually, I just learned this, by the way, fun fact for me. I'm a very avant-garde architect, right?
True. Well,
something Greg Brady was not.
The design lends to that.
What are we doing here?
Yes.
This is fun.
Well, this is part of the newly redesigned education gallery here at the museum. And at this station, kids and families can come in, grab a book, read, build a house or any kind of structure they'd like, learn about shapes and color. The top of our table is a color wheel. We sit under these wonderful green leaves and we just have a good time.
This is so cool. Let's kind of take a look around this educational area here. This is cool. So it's not just, oh, my avant-garde house just fell over.
Well, that happens.
Don't move anything I build. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. But this is so cool because it's a bigger thing. Art's, you can be appreciated by all ages, and I guess I didn't think about kids being able to get involved in the art as well.
Well, sure.
This is look at this, some of this stuff.
One of our stations, we have 3 works of art from the CMA collection that we recently moved in. One being the ceramic piece by Jeff Donovan.
Take a peek at this.
Dream Boater.
This is actually pretty cool. Take a look at that over there.
Piece. So then, once this piece was chosen, we thought, how can we do an interactive component to go along with this?
Right.
So the education staff and our education committee came up with the idea of write your own haiku or poem about your dreams or your thoughts. And you wrote one for us.
I've actually written 2. I've written 2 haikus. Ready? Here, this is mine. Brick cowboy tasting turtle soup.
Lovely. Lovely.
Brick cowboy tasting turtle soup. And this one too. Winter sister shout ghost. I don't know what that means, but I like the rhyming of winter and sister.
I like that. You know, you're
it just kind of rolls off the tongue.
You're very advanced, architect and poet. It's amazing.
But the thing is, I'm not sure. Is these some fishes? I don't think I can do some of these fishes. Come on down here and check some of these out, guys.
Well,
this is cool.
These are from Muller Road Middle School students. Which Muller Road Middle School is in Blythewood. And we went out to their school and taught them a Japanese form of art called gyataku.
Gyataku.
Gyataku, meaning fish and print. And taught them the historical aspect behind it. Japanese fishermen would actually ink and then print their catch of the day. So when you said, I caught a fish this big, they could actually prove it.
I caught it this big. It was huge.
It started out as a utilitarian process, one to record catches. And it has really turned into an art form. So these students did these wonderful fish prints, or gyataku, for us.
Gyataku.
And we show student artwork in the education gallery year-round. So this will be up as long as our show, Japan in the Jazz Age.
All right, Miss Carrie Hornsby here. We're talking about educational aspects of the art museum. No reason to not come down. Bring the whole family. There's something to do for everybody. You can draw, do your shields, all that. And we are actually going to be talking about a little geisha, if you will, Japanese in art. We're talking about that here today, all leading up to the fantastic, wonderful Gala this weekend.
That's right.
Geisha to Gatsby. That's going to be happening with details now. We got some dancing girls coming up, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun today. Celebrating all the arts live at the Columbia Museum of Art here on Main Street with Good Day Columbia. Stick around. We're coming back in just a few minutes. Stay with us. You know, there's something just very beautiful and fascinating about Japanese art. Of course, I grew up with the anime, the early anime cartoons like Star Blazers and Force 5. Just some very interesting early Japanese art that I saw and was exposed to. Nothing like this, of course. We're here at the Columbia Museum of Art at the Desperate for Ratings tour, celebrating Japan in the Jazz Age. Is that right?
That is correct.
Got you. Miss Haley here from the Columbia Museum of Art. And we're checking out this very cool exhibit. You've had it on for a while. Of course, you've seen probably Geisha to Gatsby. I know you've seen the billboards all around town. But really, what is the whole exhibit about?
Well, the exhibit is about kind of the new meets old in Japanese culture. We all are very familiar with the Roaring Twenties of New York and Paris and London and that kind of scene, but the same thing was going on in Tokyo, Japan. In the 1920s, there was a huge earthquake in Tokyo, and they basically had to reconstruct the city. And what they looked towards was that Art Deco feel, that architecture, and that's what they were kind of mimicking. Also with movies, and there was like basically a move towards a more modern girl, the kind of the Japanese version of the flapper. And this girl was called the moga, which basically means modern girl.
Moga.
Moga, yeah.
Moga, okay.
And this very short hairstyle, a lot of makeup, very modern clothes, shorter skirts, would smoke in public.
This is kind of cool. Look at this. This is obviously some, kimono. What do you call this? Is that what this is?
These are, well, kimono is basically in Japanese any kind of clothing that you would wear.
Okay.
So I think, as Americans, we kind of associate it to be one thing, but there's many examples of this in the show. We have a lot of kind of overcoats. Some of these coats would have probably been worn as, the same way we wear robes around our house, or maybe even like.
These are a lot more comfortable than my bathrobe, I can tell you.
Exactly.
Can I put this on?
No.
All right, just thought I'd ask.
Still think they
This
would
is
like
so
it.
cool. How long is this exhibit still going to be here at the museum?
It's going to be on view until April 20th.
Okay, so only about a little over a month left. I mean,
Exactly,
it's going by
yeah.
quick.
So
you can
definitely come out and check it out, yeah.
This is really some really, really cool artifacts and some gorgeous art. As always here at the Columbia Museum of Art, there's no doubt, but this is a really special one. I love it. Okay, you know, of course, the big gala is this coming Saturday, the annual gala.
That's
and we're going
correct.
to talk about details on that because that is going to be a party and a half.
Exactly.
A whole lot of fun. Check it out here. Get into the arts, find the arts, come out and celebrate and support the Columbia Museum of Art as well. I'll get details on that for you as well. So, Japan in the jazz age.
That's correct, yeah.
There you go. Come check it out and get a chance. Guys, stick around. We got a lot more Good Day Columbia. In fact, we're 2 minutes away from more here live from the Museum of Art. Right on Main Street. Stay with us. All right, guys, welcome back. The Desperate for Ratings Tour live at the Columbia Museum of Art, celebrating Japan and the jazz age. Ladies, strike a pose, would you? We've got a great big gala happening this weekend. Saturday night is the annual gala. Ladies, come on over here. Let's talk about this party because this is going to be the party of the year. This is Lounge and Kyosha. That's Kyosha. Kyosha. That's going to be a tough one for me. Can I just call you Kay?
Kyosha. Well, we can say Kay.
There you go.
We can work with that.
So let's talk about the big party. I know every year you have a big gala here, and this year, of course, it goes right on theme with the Japan and the jazz age.
Yes, each year the Columbia Museum of Art puts on an annual fundraiser gala. We are a nonprofit charitable organization, and all the proceeds from it go to our mission to celebrate our artistic and mission there.
And it's such a cool thing. This morning we've been over in the educational area. I didn't have any idea kids can come in and draw and get all artsy as well, so it's not just for the adults either.
No, it's
kind of
really,
a cool
we're
thing.
all about community enrichment and lifelong learning, and our education is really the primary part of our mission and what we do to celebrate.
Well, let's talk about the gala itself then. It's Saturday night.
Yes.
Some of the deets. What do we got?
Well, the event is Saturday night, March the 8th. It'll be from 7 p.m. to midnight. You can purchase tickets at the Columbia Museum Gala, columbiamuseum.org/gala, or call in person, or you can come to the museum to pick up your tickets.
And we'll put links at watch.com
Okay,
too, so you can go there.
perfect.
But how much are they?
They are $150.
And by the way, I've been to these parties before. It's worth every penny. It's a cool date night. I'll tell you what, guys. Perfect first date, or if you're in the doghouse, this will get you out of the doghouse for weeks to come because it is a hot, fun party. And I know there's some new social media things happening too, like with the red carpet I've heard.
Yes, we have a wonderful host for our live red carpet. We have Mr. Tyler Ryan, who will be hosting with us, as well as Bree Boyce. And so we'll have a live red carpet where we'll come and just see what everyone's wearing. We'll see what's trending, and
Right.
who are the designers. So it'll be
Who
a
are
great
you wearing?
night.
I don't know. I'm
Exactly,
wearing Belk.
exactly.
I mean, I don't know. Right?
We appreciate it all.
It is going to be a great time on Saturday night. It is the night. The great big gala happens every year, and this year, of course, this theme. It is clowns. Did I say clowns? It is black tie, right?
It is black tie. And it
No, in my
is
head, she told me
Saturday.
how to say her name in my head, and it just
And
popped
the
out.
one thing I said, don't say that.
Yeah, Lounge is her name. But so it's black tie, which means you whip out the old tuxedos.
Yes, or new tuxedos. You can always go and purchase a new one.
Also a Belk.
Yes, at Belk or right down the street. We have so many sponsors this year. We have nearly 100 sponsors,
Wow.
including Jim Hudson.